Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Matt again from Tech Horizon, and I'd like to give you a quick update on my TCL 5 Series. I have a 49-inch model that I bought from Best Buy last year, and I just want to give you guys a quick overall performance update, if I've had any issues with the TV, and if I still would recommend it and whatnot. Now, as I mentioned, it's been about a year and a couple weeks since I bought this TV, and I've had no issues whatsoever other than having to replace the TV remote itself. Now, I just emailed TCL support on their website, and they sent me out a brand new remote within a couple days. And since then, there's no other issues I can mention. Occasionally, probably a couple times, the TV did a soft reboot. So when I went to open HBO, the TV just kind of restarted itself. That happened probably 3 or 4 times in the past year. It's not a big issue. It hasn't happened since. And with technology, that does happen quite often, once in a while. So I'm not going to knock the TV for that. Now, in regards to how I feel about owning this TV for over a year now, do I regret buying it? No, I definitely don't. The TV still performs really well. It has Dolby Vision. You can buy it in 55 inches, 49, and 40 inches. The 5 Series is an upgraded version of the 4 Series that TCL had a couple years ago. And TCL overall, their TVs, I gotta say, I'm amazed by them. The quality is really good. The picture quality is good. The build quality on the TV itself is really good. And as I mentioned, it's been over a year now. I've had no problems. The TV, the colors are really nice. The brightness is really nice. And the only thing I would probably regret would be buying a bigger size. I would probably go with the 55 inch. As the 50 inches, it's good, but nowadays they kind of shrink it down to 49 inches, and it's how the TVs are. They keep coming up with different sizes and whatnot. So I'd recommend going with the bigger size for your living room. This is actually in my bedroom, so some might say anything over 50 inches is kind of big for your bedroom, but I would probably rather have gone with the 55 inch, to be honest with you. Other than that, though, there is one thing I'd like to mention. The TCL 6 series model is, in terms of brightness and whatnot, is definitely the go-to TV. The 5 series is really good, but if you watch my other videos in regards to the review of this TV, I mentioned that the brightness it's okay, but the HDR it doesn't get that bright. It's not as good as like a Sony or a Samsung, and even the TCL 6 series that can pretty much come close to Samsung quality and whatnot in regards to brightness. And I would rather save up a little more money and go with. I would rather have gone with that model, that 6 series model. The 6 series retails for around $600 or so dollars, whereas the 5 series in this video here retails about 400 last year, and now it's probably around 300 or so dollars. There's tons of features in this TV. You have 3 HDMI's. I go overall in depth with it in my other previous videos, so this is kind of just a little little update on how it's been since I got it. So if you want to look into that other video, I'll link it in the description. Other than that, though, I actually set up this TV to have my PlayStation 4 Pro switch. When you press the home button on your console controller, it'll switch to the console itself. So right now I'm going to demonstrate that. You just press the home button, and as you can see, it's switching to the PS4 Pro. And you could change the names of your inputs and all that. So let's see here. So as you can see, we're playing Bloodstained. And if you're gonna get this TV for gaming, I would definitely tell you to buy it, because the input lag on this TV is extremely low. Gaming it looks really good. You got high quality 4K graphics, 60 frames per second in this game. So I definitely can't knock it for not being bright for gaming, because gaming overall, the HDR in gaming too, it's good, but it's not where it is with movies nowadays. So if you're gonna use this TV for gaming, I mean, this is without a doubt, this TV is really good. Now with the low input lag, TCL has even lower input lags than LG TVs, and as I mentioned, it's phenomenal for gaming. In my other videos, I go over the HDR with Sea of Thieves on my Xbox One X, and that demonstrates how the HDR performs on this TV. So yeah. All right. So other than that, I've had a lot of comments on how to set up the HDR on the PlayStation 4 and Pro and Xbox One S and then One X. So to do that, make sure you go to your home screen here on your Roku TV by pressing the home button. Go down to settings, and you're going to go down to TV inputs, and make sure that you can rename these, change the icons and whatnot, but make sure you select the right HDMI. So right now my PlayStation 4 Pro is on HDMI 3. I'm going to go there. You can rename it, change the icon, but you want to check is the HDMI mode. Make sure that it's set up to HDMI 2.0, because if it's not, you're not going to get HDR. It has to be HDMI 2.0, and for whatever reason, the TV is defaulted to 1.4 for all of the HDMI inputs. So you'll probably have to do this if you have an Amazon Fire TV, Fire Stick that offers HDR. Anything that offers HDR has to be HDMI 2.0 and up. So definitely select that. Once you do that, you'll be able to get 4K HDR content, HDR content on your console. 4K would be pretty much defaulted to what you're playing on if you're playing on the Pro, Xbox One X, and if the game supports it. Now to set up the PlayStation 4 and or the Xbox to turn on or change to the HDMI input when you turn on the console, you just have to go down to System in the same area that we were earlier, Settings, System, and go down to Control Other Devices. Control the other devices. You'll see CEC in parentheses. Make sure that all these are selected, and you'll just click on search for devices, and then you want to hit update. Make sure that your console is on when you do this, by the way. So once it does that, you'll see that in the list there to the right, you'll see your console, and that's all you have to do. Now this is mainly for audio devices, but you can, it works well with the PlayStation 4 as I just showed you. So once you hit search and you see it in the list and you check all these boxes, you'll be good. That's all you have to do. So every time you press the home button in the DualShock 4 controller, it'll automatically switch over to the console and whatnot. But as for streaming, there's tons of streaming apps on this Roku TV, and there's pretty much anything available is there, which is awesome. You don't need a separate device to stream anything, which is out of the box really good. You will have to sign into the Roku in your Roku account. If you don't have one, you can make one for free. If you want to use the Roku app, with the Roku app, you can do voice commands. You can plug in a set of headphones and listen to the content on your phone while watching it on your TV, so that way you don't disturb your partner in bed or whoever else is in the room. I'll just pick this real quick here. I don't know what this film is, but it has Dolby Vision. So as you can see, Netflix supports Dolby Vision, Vudu. I don't believe Amazon Prime Now has it. So Dolby Vision is an enhanced version of HDR, or Dolby's HDR. Dolby doesn't own HDR, but what I mean is it's an enhanced version of HDR from Dolby. So it's really bright. The colors are really vivid. It's not going to look well on the camera I'm shooting, unfortunately. Let me lower the brightness a little bit on the camera. But I mean, in person it looks amazing. If you're watching newer movies and whatnot that have Dolby Vision, streaming them, they look really, really good. So let's skip this. You're not really going to see a lot here, but basically I just wanted to just show you really quickly how it looks. Yeah, so, and before I get copyrighted, let me just click off of this. But yeah, that's it. It works really well. That's all I have to say about it. Now, the 6 series also offers Dolby Vision, since that also came out around the same time as the 5 series. So yeah, I mean, I love this TV. I definitely would recommend it still. But if you have a few extra dollars, if you want something better, if you like higher quality products with better performance, I would go with the 6 series. And I'll probably eventually get a 6 series when they get more discounted in the future. But other than that, though, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. If you have any other comments, hit me up. I usually respond really quickly. And definitely hit that subscribe button. Again, thanks so much for watching. Have a good one, and have a good 4th of July, everybody.